All right, I appreciate you guys coming back again. So remember from Mr. Sarah's lesson that this is positive and this one is negative. And so we want our x to be positive and our y to be negative. Now, when we do 180 degrees, this one is unique because you do not swap the x and the y. You're going to change the signs of both the x and the y, but you want to make sure that they're in that same order. So our a prime, that negative one's going to change to a positive one, and that positive one's going to change to a negative one. B prime, that negative one changes to a positive one, and our positive 4 changes to a negative 4. And then our C prime, negative 3 changes to positive 3, and positive 1 changes to negative 1. So we have 1, negative 1 for our A prime. For B, then we're going to have 1, negative 4 for our B prime. And C is 3, negative 1. C prime, and then we connect those. And so our shape has been rotated around to give us that ordered pair, or that figure there. And then our last shape that we're doing is a rotation of 270 degrees clockwise, which is the same as 90 degrees counterclockwise. So we think about our coordinate plane. If we were starting here, 270 degrees clockwise would put us here. 90 degrees counterclockwise would put us in the same spot. So no matter which way you go, it means the same thing. So if we think about this figure, we're going 270 degrees clockwise, which would put us here, same as 90 degrees counterclockwise. So we're wanting to end up in this quadrant where our x is negative and our y is negative. This is a great way to check your work. Now with our rule, then our x and our y are going to swap places, and the original y is going to change signs, okay? So if we think about this example, so A prime, we swap them. And remember, our original y, which is now our x, is going to be right there. And we talked about it before. We know that both of our numbers in the ordered pair need to be negative. Here we're going to swap our x and our y and change our original y, which is now the x. And then C prime, we're swapping the x and the y and changing the sign of our original y, which is now the x. So we have negative 1, 1 for A prime, negative 4, negative 1 for B prime, and then negative 1 and negative 3 for our C prime. I apologize that this is so small. And so we have our figure here. All right, so those are our 3 types of rotations. The only other one that I want to mention is if you were told to rotate something 360 degrees, then you would end up in the same spot, right? So 360 degrees just puts you right back where you started. So those are our different rotations. Thank you guys for joining me. And if you have any questions, as always, Mr. Sarah and I are here to help you.